I'm Jennifer Vidas, Chief Customer Experience Officer here at Metro, and I want to welcome you all to our annual State of the Agency event. Bienvenidos al informe anual de la agencia. Thank you to our frontline employees and staff who are both in person and online. You keep Metro moving, and service is at the heart of what we do. Quiero dar una bienvenida especial a nuestros empleados que tratan diariamente con el público. Su servicio es fundamental para todo lo que hacemos aquí en Metro. También quiero agradecer a los miembros de la Junta Directiva de Metro por estar aquí el día de hoy. Thank you as well to the Metro board members who are here with us today. LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath, Mayor of Glendale, Ara Najarian, LA City Council Member Imelda Padilla, and of course, our outgoing chair, LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn. and with her City Council Member Fernando Dutra. Finally, thank you to the Los Angeles community members for joining us today. We're delighted that you are here. Estamos encantados que muchos miembros de la comunidad angelina están aquí con nosotros en este día tan especial. I'm also pleased to be emceeing this event because this last year has been historic for our agency. Hemos tenido un año histórico aquí en Metro. Our speakers are going to share with you more about our accomplishments this past year, but they do include the new LAX Metro Transit Center station that connects Metro to the world, and the opening of our rail-to-rail active transportation corridor, as well as safety and customer experience improvements. Nuestros oradores van a compartir con ustedes más acerca de nuestros logros del año pasado, pero incluyen la nueva estación LAX Metro Transit Center que conecta a Metro con el mundo y la inauguración del corredor de transporte activo rail-to-rail, así como mejoras de seguridad y la experiencia del usuario. You'll hear from Chair Janice Hahn about all the programs that she's advanced to make our system safer. Vamos a escuchar a nuestra presidenta saliente, la supervisora del Condado de Los Ángeles, Janice Hahn, hablar sobre su trabajo para crear un sistema más seguro. CEO Stephanie Wiggins will share her vision for a system that is better for everyone. And our incoming chair, Fernando Dutra, will talk about how we're continuing to build on our successes as one Metro with one goal: to be the first choice for transportation for everyone who lives and visits LA County. La presidenta ejecutiva de Metro, Stephanie Wiggins, ofrecerá el informe anual de la agencia y Fernando Dutra, el nuevo presidente de la Junta Directiva de Metro, presentará su visión para Metro durante su mandato. Juntos seguiremos consolidando nuestros éxitos para convertirnos en la primera opción de transporte para todos los que viven y visitan el Condado de Los Ángeles. So first, let's celebrate Chair Janice Hahn's hard work and her accomplishments over the last fiscal year. Para empezar, vamos a celebrar los logros de nuestra presidenta saliente. Chair Hahn has also served on the Metro Board of Directors since her election of the LA County Board of Supervisors in 2016. In that time, she has been a tireless champion for expanding Metro services across LA communities and creating a safer riding experience for all. Her tenure as chair this past year was no different. La presidenta Hahn ha formado parte de la Junta Directiva de Metro desde 2016. Durante este tiempo ha sido defensora de la expansión de los servicios de Metro a todas las comunidades de Los Ángeles, y ella cree que todos se merecen una experiencia segura en nuestro sistema. Este video honra un año exitoso como líder de esta junta.
As chair of Metro, my top priority is the safety of our riders and our employees. I ride Metro. I speak with our riders. I listen to their concerns. And what I hear again and again is the urgent need to feel safe. We owe it to every single person who steps onto a Metro bus or train to provide a safe and secure transit experience. Because we know no matter how much we improve our service, faster routes, shorter wait times, none of it matters if people don't feel safe. I feel good today saying, yes, we finally will make good on the promise we made to the Southeast LA, this gateway region, that you too will have a fantastic public transportation system that will serve you for decades to come. To include all individuals who have been impacted by the wildfires, both residents and workers, and once enrolled, these riders will be eligible for 20 free rides a month. I want to meet with the Youth Council. I want to hear their voices so that we can make this system better for everyone. Youth Council! We're going to be renaming the Sea Line, the Long Beach Boulevard station. We're changing it to the Linwood station because it's in Linwood. We're planning to make the 2028 Olympics transit first games. We want Metro to be your first choice to get to the venues across LA County. And of course, it isn't all about the Olympics. These are investments that are benefiting our residents right now and will make Los Angeles County better for decades to come. We finally have a beautiful, modern, reliable rail connection to LAX. This new station at LAX is a game changer. This ribbon cutting that we're doing today doesn't just open a station, it opens a new chapter for our entire region. Thank you.
What a year, y'all. What a year. Please welcome to the stage, demos la bienvenida, Janice Hahn.
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by saying that I learned a lot serving as chair of the Metro Board this past year. I've gained more respect for the work that goes into keeping the system moving every day. The operators, the ambassadors, the transit security officers, the maintenance teams, the custodial staff, the folks in planning working every day to secure the funding that we need. And I've been grateful for the partnership of my colleagues on the board and the steady leadership of our CEO, Stephanie Wiggins. This was a year when Metro didn't just operate. We showed up. When devastating wildfires swept through communities, we made Metro free for all of our riders and provided buses that got our firefighters where they needed to be. We even had Metro staff stationed for weeks in the recovery centers to help fire victims in person. Over 6,000 fire survivors enrolled in our LIFE program, providing them 20 free rides a month for 6 months so that they could focus on rebuilding their lives. Another way Metro has shown up this year is for the immigrant communities that we serve. In February, we made Know Your Rights materials available on our buses and in our stations. And now, as our communities face terrible and dehumanizing ice sweeps, we will continue to support and protect our riders as best we can. And our riders need to know that if they exercise their right to peacefully protest, Metro stations will be open and our buses and trains will be ready to get them back home safely. Part of my chairship was about keeping promises. When I became chair, I said I would ride Metro regularly, and I did. In fact, even though my term as chair is ending, I'm going to keep riding Metro. I learned what it's like to ride the system, what it feels like when a bus breaks down and makes me late to my own board meeting, and what our riders experience every day. I met friendly and dedicated bus operators. I met riders with disabilities who depend on those operators to get them on and off the bus safely. I met parents juggling groceries and toddlers. I met people who take several buses just to get to a routine doctor's appointment. I met some really interesting people who depend on Metro for their daily commutes, including a chef who travels from San Pedro to his restaurant in Santa Monica, a Caltrans worker who cleans the graffiti off of our freeways, and students who take that silver line to class at USC. Some days the ride was smooth. Some days that silver line bus really bumped and banged its way down the street, but riding the bus gave me ideas for policies that would benefit our riders. Another promise I made was to make safety my top priority. We raised fare gates, we added lighting to stations, and increased the presence of ambassadors and visible security on our system. although I've never seen them riding the Silver Line. And at my direction, in just a few weeks, we will begin testing new technology to reduce pedestrian collisions and alert bus operators in real time. But I'm most proud of the fact that we finally launched our weapons detection pilot program. You can't bring a weapon onto a plane or into a concert or to a Dodgers game. You shouldn't be able to bring one onto Metro either. And so far, it's doing what we hoped. Officers have identified an average of 3 bladed weapons per shift, and it's deterring people from bringing weapons onto the stations. Our officers have watched individuals turn around and leave the station when they see the scanners in action. And we also became the first transit agency in the country to install barriers to protect our bus operators on every one of our more than 2,000 buses, resulting in a dramatic drop in assaults on operators. And you just can't put a value on that. And we've hired Chief Bill Scott, a respected veteran of the LAPD and San Francisco PD, to lead our new Transit Community Public Safety Department with a focus on professionalism, de-escalation, and building community trust. Chief Scott, would you please stand so we can recognize you? Of course, all this becomes even more important as we prepare to welcome the world to LA for the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Some of us traveled to Paris this past summer to learn how they handled the massive transit challenge of hosting the Games. Stephanie and her team have laid out a bold plan for this transit-first Olympics with thousands of buses, operators, and routes that will connect venues and hotels across the region. I'm also proposing a water taxi between San Pedro and Long Beach, where 11 Olympic and 7 Paralympic events will be held. It gets people out of their cars, it's efficient, and let's be honest, it just sounds fun. And last month, we finally opened the LAX Metro Station. For residents, the new station means a fast, affordable, convenient way to get to the airport. For visitors, it's a welcome mat to a modern city connected by a modern transit system. Finally, you know that I couldn't pass off the microphone or the gavel without talking about my beloved Southeast Gateway line. For decades, residents of Southeast LA and the Gateway cities have been promised a one-seat ride from Artesia to here at Union Station. And with the support of my Metro Board of Directors and a shiny new name, it's finally getting the attention it deserves. At the federal level, the Southeast Gateway line was the only light rail project in this year's New Starts program, a promising sign. That's a promising sign for future funding. And despite a tough budget year in Sacramento, the governor just signed and approved his budget, which includes $200 million for the Southeast Gateway line. I want to end by saying to my fellow board members, to my extraordinary transportation deputies, Viviana and Bubba, and forward deputy Luke Clip, to our frontline employees, to every person who trusted us with their daily commute, thank you. And to my communications team, that's not in the script, but thank you all for also making everything we did show up in a positive way in the media. Thank you. Together, we're building a metro system that's safer, stronger, and ready for whatever comes next. And who better to do the next chapter of building than a builder himself, Fernando Dutra. I have nothing but confidence in you, Fernando, especially when it comes to improving our relationships with our cities. But based on the length of your past remarks, I'm having my schedule block out extra 5 hours for our monthly board meetings. Good luck. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Director Hahn. And thank you for always making us laugh, too. It's good. Bringing humor to it all is a good thing, right? We at Metro appreciate your commitment to public safety and to providing the secure, comfortable, and reliable experience for our riders. And thank you for your service. As Metro looks to the future, we rely on the voices. Oh, I needed to breathe a second. Let's go back. Trying to bring some humor too. I'm trying to learn from Director Hahn here. So thank you for your service, Director Hahn. As Metro looks to the future, we rely on the voices of LA's youth to keep us there. And Metro entiende que necesitamos las voces de la próxima generación para guiarnos hacia el futuro de transporte público en Los Ángeles. That's where the Metro Youth Council comes in. This group of 26 young leaders ages 14 to 17 from all over LA County are helping us to build a more inclusive, accessible, and innovative Metro for the next generation. El Consejo Juvenil de Metro incluye 26 líderes jóvenes entre las edades de 14 a 17. Ellos vienen de todas partes del condado y nos ayudan a crear un sistema más inclusivo, accesible e innovador. By supporting efforts such as Metro's Go Pass and improving the experience for all of our riders, our Youth Council members are leading the way towards creating lifelong transit riders. El Consejo Juvenil apoya programas como el Go Pass, que provee viajes gratis para estudiantes desde la escuela primaria hasta los colegios comunitarios. Sus contribuciones ayudan a cultivar una nueva generación de usuarios del transporte público. To introduce our CEO, please welcome two of our 2025 Youth Council members. Demos la bienvenida a Ella Shelton Frades and Sean Lee.
Thank you, Jennifer. My name is Ella Shelton Freitas, and I'm from Long Beach.
Hi, my name is Sean Lee, and I'm from Koreatown.
Sean and I are here because we both believe in a future for LA County that includes a strong public transportation system. I use Metro to visit my favorite tea place, Ding Tea, and depend on public transit when my mom can't take me to school.
In Koreatown, we have access to two major rail lines, the B line and the D line, and I depend on them each day to get to school. I've been following the D line extension project closely, since this is a major investment in my community's future. It's very exciting and empowering to know that in the coming years, I'll be able to take the train from my neighborhood all the way through Miracle Mile and over to UCLA.
We would not be here without CEO Wiggins. In 2021, she created the Metro Youth Council. She understood how valuable our voices are, and she created a space where we could be heard and make a difference within Metro. Now, Sean and I are part of the council's fourth cohort.
As Youth Council members, Ella and I listen to, learn from, and engage with local youth to make sure their voices are heard within Metro. We've contributed to Metro's Youth Destination Guide, a resource to help teens like us explore LA County.
We are honored to contribute to Metro's mission to provide a world-class transportation system and transform mobility in Los Angeles County. Now, we're excited to introduce the person leading that charge. Please welcome to the stage Metro CEO Stephanie Wiggins.
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Sean and Ella, for that really warm, wonderful introduction. You know, every introduction with our youth council, it truly inspires me to lead the best transit system we can for their generation and all the ones behind them. So thank you. And thank you for the incomparable Director Hahn. Yes, please, again. Not only your steady leadership, but your true caring for our workforce, both frontline and in the back room, but also wanting us to be a better Metro. I just really thank you for that, lifting up safety as you have and lifting up fun. And I know I'm going to have to say water taxis a couple of times during this speech, but your leadership over this last year has been incredible. Thank you for your advocacy and thank you for your care for Metro. Another hand of applause, please. Not to mention your commitment to the gateway cities. So thank you. Now, it truly is my honor to be with you here today for my 5th State of the Agency address. I'm humbled by that. But before I begin, I really do want to take a moment to recognize that it has been a difficult time, a very difficult time for many in our immigrant community across our region, including members of our own Metro family. I know that recent events have caused fear, anxiety, and heartache in communities we all serve and call home. Many of us have friends, neighbors, and loved ones who have been impacted, and yet, in the face of uncertainty and pain, you continue to show up with integrity, with compassion, and with a deep sense of duty to the people of this organization. And for that, please know I am profoundly grateful to all of you. Thank you for your resilience, for your service, and for your unwavering dedication to our work and to our community. Now, I stated during my first State of the Agency address in 2021 that people are the most important ingredient to our success. And you heard it from the director, but I'm going to lift it up. If this year hasn't proven that to me, I don't know what could. Because when this Metro family commits to a common goal and we put people first, we find new ways to work together and we get things done. I have witnessed that commitment when our safety, operations, customer experience, and homeless outreach teams came together to co-create a multi-layer public safety ecosystem. They are making our system safer while ensuring everyone is treated with dignity and respect. When our bus operators faced a significant increase in assaults, our maintenance and procurement teams worked around the clock to be the first in the nation to get those fully enclosed barriers inside every bus to protect our operators. The results, year over year, assaults are down by more than 66%. Through wildfires, storms, civil unrest, and unbridled celebration, our teams have answered the call to keep our essential service running. And our planning, program management, operations, and customer experience teams have worked together to plan, build, and open more dedicated bus lanes, rail stations, and rail lines, including the iconic LAX Metro Transit Center. Truly a masterpiece 6 decades in the making. The Metro family has helped us lead a people-powered transit revolution in Los Angeles as one Metro with one goal, to be the first choice for transportation in this region. And I'd also like to thank our board of directors, both current and past, for your continued support of the Metro family as we pursue our shared goal. Now, our collective work, well, it's resulted in a more than 53% increase in our ridership over the past 4 years. And better still, our customer satisfaction rose to 87% in our most recent rider survey. Now let's give that a big round of applause. Now, we've earned that rise in customer satisfaction by putting ourselves in our riders' shoes, understanding every step of their journey. 53% of our riders in this survey said that their experience has improved over the last year, and the top reasons they cited: better service and better safety. And these aren't checkboxes. These are muscles. We've been building them day by day, ride by ride, and every little effort matters because we all know we're heading toward even steeper climbs and greater service milestones in the years ahead. Now, we've strengthened our service muscles by adding more trains and installing more bus priority lanes on 70 miles of city streets, helping buses move faster and more reliably. We've strengthened our safety muscles by ensuring uniformed personnel are more visible, access to our system is controlled, and people in need are connected to resources that can truly help them. We've deployed taller fare gates and the Tap to Exit pilot programs, which, riders say, makes them feel safer and more secure on our system. On certain lines, we've seen a reduction of up to 55% in incidents like vandalism, fights, and harassment that's being reported on our new and improved Transit Watch app. Also, Director Hahn asked us to do that. But what's interesting is that as we've built this strength, we've also built something even more important. We've built community. Together, we've turned ordinary trips into shared moments. Shared trips to school, work, and yes, even play, Dodger games, Club World Cup, Hollywood Bowl. We are proving that transit isn't just about how we get there, it's part of the full experience. We've also opened up a world of new destinations and opportunities for riders of every age through GoPass and the On the Move Riders Program. Because we know that mobility is opportunity and everyone deserves access. Now, we've accomplished a lot during these strength building exercises, but we are always keeping in mind we're only halfway through the marathon. This time next year, we will have added more than 13.1, you get it, marathon halfway? I thought that was clever. 13.1 miles of new rail service on our A and D lines and hired nearly 800 new members of the Metro family. We will be in the thick of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, running more than 300 additional buses to handle all the extra visitors from around the globe. And the World Cup will be the biggest test of our system before we take on something even bigger. It will be an all-hands-on-deck effort. But like any good training session, the World Cup is preparing us for the main event. In 2028, we're going for the gold. We're taking 1 million more daily riders carried on our existing bus and rail system, plus a temporary bus system that will add up to 2,700 buses to our fleet, and maybe a water taxi or two, carrying people to and from more than 40 games, venues, and countless other special events. And we've already started preparing to meet this moment. Our mobility concept plan is being implemented. We have already identified more than 700 borrowed buses from other transit agencies. And we will be at nearly 40% completion of all of our 28 by 28 projects, with the additions of our J-Line electrification with ambassadors, Section 1 of the D-Line subway extension, and the Gold Line foothill extension to Pomona, all to be open this fiscal year. Now, both the World Cup and the 2028 games will be challenging, but I am confident we will meet this moment because, like the elite athletes we will be hosting, we've been training and will continue to build strength together. And because we are unified behind one goal, to become LA's first choice in transportation. So, how are we going to get there? By staying consistent, by keeping our form strong, and by staying focused on making Metro better for everyone, regardless of where you come from or what language you speak, no matter your income, your ability, or how often you ride. This is a race we are running together as one Metro with one goal. Making Metro better for everyone is how we stay ready for what's next. A Metro that's better for everyone means identifying more ways to engage customers in how they want and need to use our system. We keep our core strong by taking the lessons learned from efforts like our Understanding How Women Travel study, our customer journey mapping research, and our equity platform to ground our actions. It means implementing improvements that will make our system better for women and girls, people with disabilities, and the people who rely on us the most. It means new trains that are more open, accessible, and easier to navigate for people using wheelchairs, pushing strollers, or carting groceries. Better for everyone means working with the 88 cities and the county to ensure more bus stops have shade, seating, and lighting. It means more friendly faces to help you get where you need to go safely and comfortably, and being able to request a stop on the bus late at night so you can get off closer to your destination and have a safer walk home. It means better wayfinding signage that is visible if you're standing, sitting, walking, or rolling towards a train platform or bus bay. And yes, it also means a system where the rules are clear and enforced, where transit security officers, ambassadors, law enforcement, and outreach personnel are working together, visible, engaged, and focused on keeping everyone safe, where we help people get the resources they need, where people are using the system for one purpose, transit, and where everyone feels confident and comfortable going Metro. And just like any great team, we're constantly upgrading our gear. We're making payment easier. Soon, you'll be able to scan your credit or debit cards to go Metro, just like you use a tap card today. We're also improving our digital tools. Soon, you'll see an all-in-one app for everything Metro to keep you in the know about when your bus or train is coming. No more scavenger hunts. And we're even using soon augmented reality in Google and Apple Maps to help get you to your destination more quickly and easily. But let me be clear, we are not doing this just for the FIFA World Cup, the Super Bowl, or the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games. We're doing this for you, for every LA County resident who has helped us build this system and who deserves a better, cleaner, safer, easier alternative to sitting in traffic. So today, I have a challenge for you. If you're flying out of LAX, forget about that expensive Uber. Board the train or the bus. Avoid the parking fees, avoid the traffic. Going to that concert, sporting event, or community event, give Metro a shot. Extend your event experience with your fellow fans and supporters. Make new friends. Find your community and discover a new side of LA. Don't spend $100, spend $1.75. This is what we mean when we say we train together, LA, and we get stronger every time we all do it together. You know, one of my proudest moments as your CEO was forming the Metro Youth Council. These young people remind me constantly that leadership doesn't always come with a title. I am always inspired by how they want to make our transit system better. This year, I spoke to Alicia Chavez, who takes the 251 to get around each day. Shout out to Division 3. Alicia wants to make our bus stops better for people like her parents and grandparents, to make sure they have a comfortable ride home. Her voice was featured recently in our first ever regional bus stop summit. Now, this is just one example of where the youth voice made a difference. Their actions, large and small, have helped us build a better Metro for everyone. That's been the story of the past 4 years. Thousands of people taking hundreds of thousands of meaningful actions to make Metro better for everyone. This is the story we will keep telling and the one we'll continue to build and train for in the next year and beyond, charging forward together as one Metro with one goal to be your choice for transportation. Again, thank you, Chair Han, for walking the walk and talking the talk, putting our riders at the center of everything we do, pushing us to do more because we can be more. I know that your dad and all the leaders who helped build this system would be incredibly proud of the work you've done and all we've accomplished together. And Chair Dutra, I look forward to working with you as our next board chair to help make our system even better for everyone. Thank you all for your support over the past year and all you will do to help us become the region's first choice for transportation. Go Metro.
Thank you, CEO Wiggins, for your address. We've appreciated your strong and steady leadership these past 4 years. Crime is down, ridership and customer satisfaction are up, and we're continuing to focus on building a system that is better for everyone. It is definitely an exciting time to be at Metro. Gracias, Presidente General Wiggins, por sus palabras. Apreciamos su liderazgo fuerte y constante de estos 4 años. El crimen ha bajado y el número de usuarios y la satisfacción de los pasajeros va en aumento. Continuamos enfocándonos en construir un sistema que sea mejor para todos. Es muy emocionante estar en Metro en estos tiempos. Now, I would like to introduce our final speaker, the person who will be leading the board for the next fiscal year. He is a member of the Whittier City Council, representing District 4, and represents the 28 LA County Gateway cities on our board. He has been a member of the Metro Board of Directors since 2021 and chairs its construction committee. El siguiente líder de nuestra junta representa a las ciudades de Gateway y es concejal de la ciudad de Whittier. Ha sido miembro de la junta de directiva de Metro desde el 2021 y preside en el comité de construcción. But above all, Fernando Dutra is a builder, and I do mean that literally. He's a national leader in construction and engineering, but beyond that, Fernando is also committed to building a more equitable, more accessible future for all Angelinos. Pero sobre todo, Fernando Dutra es un constructor, hablando literalmente. Fernando es una figura nacional en la industria de la construcción y la ingeniería, pero también se apasiona construir un futuro más equitativo para todos los angelinos. Él quiere construir un sistema unos sistemas que trabajen para la gente que lo usa diariamente. As a Metro board member, he's backed efforts to extend service further into LA County, most notably including the Southeast Gateway Line project. He's a committed advocate for building systems that work for the people who use them every day, and we're looking forward to the leadership and the experience that he will bring to the Metro board. Demos una gran bienvenida. Please join me in welcoming our incoming Metro board chair, Fernando Dutra, to the stage.
Oh, no, please don't stop. Yeah. Look at my kids are looking at me, embarrassing. I'm sorry. All right, I'm ad-libbing. It's so great to look across this room and see so many people that I care about, that are friends. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to come out to Union Station this morning. And I know everybody in this room is super busy, and so I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. That was all ad-lib, by the way. And so I only got 5 minutes of ad-lib, and now I can get serious. So thank you, everyone, thank you, Jennifer, for the great introduction, and hopefully I can live up to the comments. But thank you, everyone, for joining us here at Union Station, or wherever you may be watching us today. It is an honor to be part of this annual event, but this year is particularly special, not just because I have a sincere privilege of speaking to you as the incoming chair for the Metro Board of Directors, but I'm also joined here by my family, friends, and all of my colleagues, and also because I think we have a great accomplishments to be proud of this year as an agency and as a board, as a full team. So let me begin by thanking Supervisor Hahn for her incredible leadership as chair. Janice, yeah. She said, don't say anything. But, thank you for keeping us all focused on what matters, safety, service, and equity, of course. She's been a tireless advocate for the people in Los Angeles County, especially the gateway cities. And she's led with heart, clarity, and yes, this is incredibly important, her trademark laminating of all of the documents. So there's a story behind lamination, right? We did a trip to Sacramento, and everything had to be laminated. And it was a big hit, by the way. It was an incredibly big hit. That's how we got funded. That's how we got the $200 million. Absolutely. And so, by the way, that trip was one of my favorite trips ever. You did a great job. It's a running joke, of course, but also a reminder that she's always keeping us on task. Janice, thank you again for a great year. And not to get too political, but Janice and I both represent the gateway cities. And I have a representative here today, Hector. And so really what this is a rotating chair, if you will. Let's be honest, the gateway cities just got reelected again, right? That's a big deal. I mean, so it's a great legacy moving forward, and I'm very, very proud to be part of it. As many of you know, Metro Board rotates its chairs to make sure that the governance reflects the depth and diversity of our entire region. As chair, I take that responsibility very, very seriously. This rotation isn't just a tradition, it's a reflection of Metro's commitment to representing every corner of Los Angeles County. It ensures that no matter where you live, every voice has a seat at the table. Each chair brings their own lens to the role. Of course, I come to you as a general contractor, as a housing developer, someone who spent its entire career focusing on building stuff, literally. I've had the honor of chairing Metro's construction committee, and I've seen the scale of complexity, the work that is required to modernize and expand our incredible transit highway infrastructure. We build some incredible stuff, guys. I'll tell you, if I recall, some of the most difficult projects in the United States are being built right here, right now by LA Metro. Please give a big hand to the construction crew for that. Where are you? Tim? Yeah. Of course, that takes planning, and Ray was pointing at me, but no, I know how important planners are. And this is all off script, by the way. And some incredibly smart construction people and planners, and an incredible group here. But don't worry, as a contractor, you know how focused I am on construction. I'm not going to require that the entire board wear hard hats at the board meetings, although I've thought about it, and sometimes we've needed it, I think. And I'll keep my power tools to myself. I won't, bring them out at meetings and get everybody in trouble. So, as you've heard from our amazing CEO, Stephanie Wiggins, Metro is stepping into its next chapter with clarity, urgency, and a shared purpose. One Metro, one goal. Isn't just a theme, it's a challenge to all of us. And we've all accepted that challenge together. Look at my board members staring at me. I know you have, right? Because whether you're part of our operations team or leading capital projects, sitting on this board or riding our buses and trains every day, we all want the same thing, right? We want a transit that works, is reliable, efficient, and is worthy of the people that we serve. And that's what we're going to deliver. As chair, my priorities are grounded in that shared vision. First and foremost, we must deliver our capital projects, guess what, guys? On time and on budget, right? Pretty simple. Because to me, that's the foundation of the public trust that we need to build. The standard our riders expect, and the principle I've carried throughout my entire career. And it's the only way we meet the needs of a growing, diverse region. Second, we need to keep our focus on the Southeast Gateway line, right? That means advancing the right-of-way acquisitions, early works, community engagement, and momentum for full construction. It remains our top priority at the gateway cities, and I'll be pushing hard to keep it moving as well. But also, I want to stress that I'm not just here to advocate for Southeast Los Angeles. I'm getting stared down from my colleagues. I'm here to advocate for all of our projects, of course, as a Metro board member. I'm here to support the entire region, which includes the D line, formerly known as the Purple Line, on the west side, and the Foothill extension to Pomona, and the East Side Phase 2 to Whittier someday, maybe in my great-great-grandchildren's lifetime, but we'll see. But we're not just a train and a bus company. We also manage projects on the freeways, right? We all took a freeway here except for Janice, right? So it's important that we focus on making sure that our freeways are kept safe and that they're repaired. And so our projects along the 5, The 605, 91, and 105 freeway are very, very important to the entire county. And so I'll be focusing on making sure that we keep our freeways moving freely. These are priorities Metro must deliver countywide for every community we serve. That includes investing in our local economy by making sure that locally based companies, especially in engineering, architecture, and construction companies, aren't just invited to the table. They deserve a real stake on the work that's ahead. Thank you. As publicly funded projects, the return on investment should include local jobs, right? Local expertise, and local opportunity. We've made great progress on safety, and we need to continue that work. The launch of Metro's Transit Community Public Safety Department is a major step forward and a key part in our vision for a safer system. This model doesn't rely solely on law enforcement, but it is complemented with other services with personnel like our transit ambassadors, community intervention, and our homeless outreach teams in one coordinated strategy to have the right people focused on all of the right things, right? But safety isn't just about tactics, it's about a culture. Our teams, our bus, our rail operators, maintenance crews, and administrative support teams set the culture every day with professionalism and heart. Which brings me to my final point, our people. As someone who runs a business, has run businesses, I know how much it takes to meet the deadlines, to serve clients, to build trust. Metro's workforce does that every single day under tough conditions, in challenging environment with a deep commitment to our riders, the people that we work for, right? We must continue to support them, invest in them, and create career pathways for the next generation. Lord knows I'm getting grayer. So we have here with us today our youth council, Metro interns, college students, or as we call them, the TCAP, fellows in the room today. So please stand. I know you guys are here. Where are you? The youth, the future of Metro. Right there. God, you guys look great. I wish I was that young. Your presence here reminds us that investing in youth talent is how we build the next generation of transit leaders and riders. Metro is committed to supporting and empowering you and the next generation through mentorship, training, and opportunity, because we know that you are the future of Metro. As chair, I will work with our CEO to empower staff and to make sure that the board stays focused on the big picture, delivering transit options to our region. As you know, we will be hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2026, talked about it before, the Super Bowl in 2027, and the Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2028. I think we can do better than Paris, right? I'm sorry. Stop. Supervisors are looking at me. That's a challenge. I think we can do it. That's a challenge. So, these global events will bring the eyes of the world onto Los Angeles. We know that they're more than just big events. They're massive tests on our system, our planning, and our promise to deliver a safe, efficient, world-class transit service. And Metro will rise to the moment. We have no choice. We have to make it happen. We will be judged by what we do right and do wrong. So we're going to make it happen. We're not just planning for a few months, like Stephanie said, or higher ridership. We're training to deliver a world-class system for generations to come for them. As Stephanie said, we've been training together. We've been building muscle, strengthening our stride, and growing every day as one team. And I have no doubt we'll be ready because we're running this marathon together. We are one Metro, one goal, and thank you very much, everybody. Let's get together. Let's get to work. Thank you.
Thank you. Gracias, Chair Dutra, for sharing your inspiring vision for Metro's future. We look forward to serving the residents of LA County in the coming year and beyond. Estamos entusiasmados para trabajar con usted para servir a los residentes de Los Angeles. So as we wrap up today's event, I'd like to invite CEO Wiggins and Director Hahn up for the ceremonial passing of the gavel.